We are back in the Apex this weekend for UFC Fight Night. Steve Garcia versus David Onama. And I'm going to give you guys a free bet of the week that is going to cash. Let's take a look back at last week. We had the two-legger Umar Nurmagomedov versus Tom Aspinall. Leg one, Umar hits with absolute ease. Like I said, exactly a 30-27 unanimous decision was how I called it. And that's how we won. And that's how we won in the Discord as well. We had these couple of Umar Nurmagomedov bets. Now the Tom Aspinall fight did end in a no contest, but we still did cash on the free bet of the week. Not as much as we would have liked, but profit is profit, and we went a successful free bet of the week yet again, which takes our record to 11-5 on free bets of the week, which is absolutely insane. Now, if you don't just want my free bets of the week, we profited 8.32 units inside the Discord, which is some crazy work. And if you want to stop missing out on literally free money, click the Discord link in bio or comment Discord, and you can have all of my bets for free, and let's make you some money. But now let's get into the free bet of the week for this week. These were some of my considerations, which I ultimately did not end up going with. Steve Garcia money line against David Onama was a heavy consideration in this fight. I think this is a good matchup for Steve Garcia. David Onama is someone that gets caught early and gets rocked and dropped pretty badly in almost every one of his fights. And Steve Garcia is someone that puts you under the pressure, lands his shots early, and will not stop when he thinks he has you hurt and when he smells blood in the water. I think Garcia will pressure him early, land his boxing shots, rock David Onama, and be able to find an early finish in this fight. But ultimately, I did not go with him because he's extremely open himself when he blitzes in, and I like the grappling upside of David Onama as well in this fight. Next consideration was Norma Dumont over Caitlin Vieira. Norma Dumont really impressed me in her last fight against Irene Aldana. Her striking looked crisp, she looked fast, throwing in high volumes, and throwing with some serious intent in her boxing. She bloodied Irene Aldana's face up. Now, Caitlin Vieira is pretty solid, and she is very good everywhere. She's a very big bantamweight, actually. But her striking lacks intent, in my opinion. She's more low volume, and she doesn't throw shots with the same way Norma Dumont does. She is a good grappler, and she can get control, but I think Norma Dumont's a pretty good grappler as well. And I think Dumont is really finding a stride in her career, and I think she will win this fight pretty dominantly by decision. And I think she could be fighting for a title next, but I did not go with her for free bet of the week. And this is, instead, my most confident pick of the card is going to be, and my free bet of the week is going to be Soy Yun Koi to get it done against Philip Rowe. Now, Koi just went out there, shocked the world against Oban Elliott, something like a plus 400 underdog, ended up dominating a decision here, and I think he does the same here. In fact, I don't think Philip Rowe is actually better than Oban Elliott. I would say Oban Elliott's a better fighter. And I think Phil Rowe has shown weaknesses in his takedown defense. Koi just went out there and out-grappled Oban Elliott with ease. He's a dominant grappler, and I think he can get the takedowns here, as we've seen before. Rowe's not that hard to take down, and he can control Rowe on the ground pretty dominantly, and even on the feet. Philip Rowe is a guy that gets caught with big shots. Koi has a lot of power. He has some good speed as well. Philip Rowe probably does have the extended advantage in boxing combinations, and it's probably a bit more of a slick striker. But when you take into account Koi can definitely keep it competitive on the feet, potentially even outstrike him, and he just has a clear advantage in the grappling. I think Koi is an absolute lock in this fight, one of my favorites on the entire card, and I like him to win by a dominant decision. Now let's get it to 12-5 on free bets of the week again this week. And remember, if you want all of my bets, click the Discord link in bio or comment Discord. And let's make some money this weekend. Let's go.